You understand narcissistic abuse. You understand the gaslighting. You understand the trauma bonds. So why does your body still feel anxious, hyper vigilant, exhausted, and emotionally trapped? Because this is the part that almost nobody explains. Awareness can name the wound, but awareness alone does not automatically teach the body how to stop surviving it. And honestly, that distinction changes everything. Because maybe this feels really familiar for you. You've watched hundreds of videos, you've read the books, you've learned the psychology, and you can explain narcissistic abuse so clearly. And yet, from the minute you wake up in the morning, your body and your nervous system is already scanning the room for danger before your feet have even touched the floor. And you find yourself rereading harmless text messages 3 times, 4 times, trying to make sure there isn't any hidden anger inside of them. And you can sit with genuinely kind people, yet still feel your body waiting for the moment the mood is going to change. And you find yourself rehearsing conversations in your head before you're having them with people. And maybe you're still even panicking now slightly when somebody takes too long to reply to your messages. And you find yourself over explaining yourself to safe people as though you're standing in an invisible courtroom, desperately trying to prove that your needs are valid. And maybe the most exhausting part, you understand exactly what happened to you, but your body still reacts like the danger is happening now. And that contradiction breaks most survivors because eventually they start asking themselves, well, if I know so much, why do I still feel like this? And many will quietly conclude, well, maybe I'm the problem. But you are not the problem. Your nervous system is running a survival software that your mind already outgrew. And honestly, I think this is one of the loneliest parts of healing because survivors often become incredibly self aware while still quietly drowning inside the symptoms. And that can create enormous shame because everyone sees the inside, but nobody sees the internal war. Nobody sees the hypervigilance, the exhaustion, the way that your body is still braced for danger during perfectly ordinary moments, the way that peace can almost feel suspicious for you, like your nervous system is still preparing for an emotional earthquake your life already escaped. Because trauma is not just informational, it's physiological. Your nervous system was trained through repetition, repeated unpredictability, repeated emotional confusion, repeated self abandonment, repeated survival. So while your mind learned this relationship harmed me, your body learned stay alert or you'll get hurt. And survival responses don't just disappear simply because you intellectually understand them. This is why you can know that they were manipulative and still panic when somebody lovely in your life now withdraws emotionally. You can still know that you are safe now and yet still struggle to fully breathe. You can understand that it wasn't your fault, but still carry the deep shame and the weight of that in your chest. Because your nervous system never got the memo that the danger ended. And this is where so many survivors become trapped inside the awareness plateau, where they understand that trauma intellectually, but their body still lives inside it biologically. And this is also why so many survivors become addicted to more information, more videos, more insight, more explanations, more psychology, because part of them unconsciously believes that if they just understand enough, they'll finally feel safe. But healing is not won through intellectual accumulation alone. You cannot information your body into peace. You cannot analyze yourself into safety, and you cannot logic a nervous system out of survival mode while it still believes that love equals danger. And this is why some survivors become highly educated about trauma while still feeling emotionally imprisoned by it. Not because they're failing healing, but because awareness alone was never fully designed to resolve the nervous system conditioning. And this has always been the missing piece of the conversation. Because healing after narcissistic abuse is not just about understanding the trauma, it's about helping your body to stop expecting it. And this is why trauma can continue living in 3 places. The nervous system, where the body still braces for the danger. The subconscious, where the survival patterns still run automatically. And the identity, where the self-trust and emotional safety were fractured. And if the healing only addresses awareness without helping the nervous system to genuinely experience safety, The system can often remain trapped inside the survival loop, where insight increases but internal freedom does not. And honestly, that symptom may explain the entire problem. You understood the trauma intellectually, while your nervous system still lived inside it biologically. That is why healing can feel so hard at times, so stalled, because your body is still preparing for pain your life already escaped. So if you feel frustrated with yourself, please stop making your symptoms mean that you are broken. You're not. Your nervous system was never trying to ruin your life. It was only ever trying to protect you. Your body adapted intelligently to prolonged emotional danger. And there is something deeply compassionate in that. But your nervous system was never designed to spend a lifetime preparing for emotional storms. It can absolutely learn something new. Safety can become familiar again, and peace can stop feeling dangerous. Your body can stop scanning the room for threat, and your heart can experience connection without bracing for abandonment. And one day, you may realize something really extraordinary. You are no longer organizing your life around survival. You are finally inside your life again, not surviving it, but living it. And this is the work that I do with survivors, not just helping them understand the narcissistic abuse, but helping the nervous system to finally stop living inside of it. So if you're exhausted from trying to understand everything intellectually while still feeling trapped emotionally, I've linked my free masterclass below where I'll walk you through exactly how the survival loop works and how survivors begin teaching themselves body safety again. And in the next video, I'm going to explain why healthy love can sometimes feel uncomfortable after narcissistic abuse, because once you understand that, your entire healing journey starts making sense in a completely different way. I'm Angela. See you next time.